Good evening, Mayor, City Council. Thanks for having me again. I wanted to speak a few minutes on the First Amendment and the Brown Act. The last time I was here with the full council, kind of heard it from a few council members about their feelings on open meetings. So I've been thinking a lot about that. I've been doing some reading about the Brown Act, the California Open Meetings Act. I think you guys have it kind of twisted. I want to go into that a little bit. But underlying that opinion is my feeling towards the First Amendment and public speech and free expression. I'm a big First Amendment supporter. I think the founding framers, as I call them, designed that as different ways to sort of non-violently challenge your government and expect all of us to use that as much as possible before you start reading down the Bill of Rights and think about some other options. So I don't own a gun. I don't believe in violence. Not a violent person, but I'm also not a pacifist. I spent 7 years in the Navy, 2 years with the Marines. So, I know how to shoot a gun. I don't own one. But, I look at challenging your government. Some of the people out there that are, hinting at, violence or rioting, whatever, is completely inappropriate. And for that reason, I welcome people like me who, come show up uninvited and tell our local officials how we really feel. If I was ever in your position as City Council, I would welcome people like me coming up and trying to bring these issues to the forefront that they think are important. I've done that several times this year, and I keep on hearing the same thing with the Brown Act. So I looked into it. The California Open Meetings Act is from like the 50s. Hasn't really been updated for modern technology. The main idea is that we don't have secret meetings, that government doesn't operate in the shadows. And so to that extent, if something's not on the agenda, then you're not allowed to discuss it or make any decisions, which makes sense. But it seems like the response I get from City Council is, well, we're happy to work with you privately one-on-one. And I don't understand why the things that are concerning aren't later agendized so you can talk about them. It was a good idea that we had homelessness on the agenda. I think it's long overdue. I submitted some written comments. I'm going to see how those get translated to the minutes. But the other thing about it, besides agendizing things and having, private meetings versus open meetings, I agree that any kind of decisions, it's not fair to the community to be deciding anything, whether you're spending money, passing ordinances, making proposals or proclamations, if that's not on the agenda. But I think discussion-wise, I think we need to really think much more openly in terms of different ways to hold forums. There's social media. I'm obviously big on social media. I think we should explore that and then bring those things back to a meeting for a public discussion for those who are offline and let that opportunity. Okay, thanks.